This Premier League Matchday 16 picks edition of the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Sign up with the code PLGP. Welcome, everybody, to the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Wednesday, December the 10th. We are here to pick apart the minor shambles that was the Champions League midweek games for Tuesday and Wednesday before we get back into the meat and potatoes of the Premier League this weekend. Joining me, looking incredibly festive in front of his tree, is Mr. Barry Penaluna. Barry, ho, ho, ho. How we doing?
Ho, ho, ho. I'm very hot. I'm fucking oozing sweaty, I'm Malcolm.
Oh, are you?
Just got off the treadmill, haven't I?
How many miles did you walk today?
I ran for 25 minutes. I'm up to 25 minutes of running now, man. Doing good.
Couldn't be fucking bothered with that. Anyway, good.
3.5 kilometers. The plan is to get to 5 kilometers by Christmas. So,
well, good luck with that, Barry. We only did the show on Monday tea time, didn't we? We found a new time tonight, by the way. We were going for 10:30. Well, we were going for 10 o'clock. Then it was 10:30, and now it's 11:15. So we've managed to get a new time in. So thanks everyone who's joined us. We'll shout everyone out in a minute. Yeah, I haven't accumulated much crack in the 48 hours since we talked, Barry. You went to see Baby Shambles with your blasé Barry and his derisory offers. You managed to nail one, didn't you? And then sent me a photo of you and Pete Doherty.
Yeah, we had a cracking night, actually. It was absolutely wild in there. Strange one, because I'd not seen him for years. So it was quite an older crowd. But as soon as it started, the place was just absolutely jumping. It was proper lively. I saw 2 fights for a start. There was 2 young lads fighting early on, got hauled out. And then towards the end, I saw 2 middle-aged women squaring up.
Oh, nice.
In the middle of the dance floor as well. So it was lively. I had a great night, though. Really, it was bang on form. Music was good. He had lots of good crack. And then afterwards, we hung around for a little bit. To see if we could get a photo with him. I love Pete Doherty. He's one of my favourites. And sure enough, he came out after a while, and there was quite a few people that hung around. So we were sort of waiting patiently, and he got talking to a group to the right of us. And bloke said to him, there was a couple of them were a bit fucking pissed and being a bit arsey, And one of them had his phone out, was clearly recording. He said to Pete Doherty, he says, "What was it like shagging Kate Moss?"
Oh, okay.
Pete Doherty just grabbed the phone out of his hand and just fucking launched it across.
Really? Get in.
And then he just went, "Sorry, everyone, I'm off. I'm not having this." And he went back and got on his tour bus. So everyone was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." So everyone cleared off. And about half a dozen of us hung around for a bit. Just aesthetically, well, hang about. He might, now everyone's off, he might come back. And sure enough, about 10 minutes later, I opened the door on his bus. He come out, he went, "Have all the knobheads gone now?" I said, "Yeah," and he just come and had a bit crack. It was really, really nice. He was very friendly with everyone. He's got a few dad points. He told Chloe she was very lucky to have such a cool dad. We taking her to gigs and stuff. So it was nice. It was good. We had a bit of crack. He's a nice man when he's not full of class A drugs.
Well, yeah. I mean, not wanting to rain on your parade, Barry, but did he not murder that bloke? Have you seen that documentary?
That was a misunderstanding.
Sort of a spot of light murder, Barry, between friends. You know what I mean?
He never got arrested for it.
Can't prove a thing, can the Baz? That bloke threw himself off that balcony, didn't he?
There's definitely question marks over that.
Listen, you're separating the art from the artist, Barry. It's one of those big things in life. It's one of the big moral borranges that we have to contend with. So, that's good. I enjoyed that story. Very good. Let's say hello to everybody. We'll go from the Bacchus family up. Welcome, Bacchus people. They want a Man United person on the thumbnail. Joe Dollar. Joe Dollar said, I watched the best Champions League match of the night. Fef is immediately getting stuck into us about our dog shit picks this week, which is fair enough. The expert Soak, greetings, welcome along. Michael Roberts is here. Squad number 9, Callum and James Mafia, who's writing at the top. I'm sure he'll be delighted with Manchester City's win at the Bernabeu this evening. And Fatty Merris from Seattle this afternoon. All right, Fatty. Yeah, I mean, I'm still mildly enraged by Newcastle conceding a late goal again. Fucking hell, man.
We played really well as well. We could have had 4 or 5 in that second half. I was really impressed with how we come out second half because we didn't start well. And it was just, hit the post twice. And it just seen it so many times this year, like frustrating.
Is that actual Matthews in the chat, do you reckon? Imagine if it is. Bloody hell. Good if it is. Yeah, so I've done the Arsenal game. Yeah, back on Newcastle, just fucking annoying. Because we were great. Like, you've just got to go in. And that point was no good. If we were on 9. If we got to 12, then possibly 15 after PSV. That was important. A point was no good either. You might as well have just got beat. So I feel like we fucking spunked it. So that was annoying. I've done the Arsenal game on commentary tonight, which was incredibly straightforward. They scored a couple of good goals. They scored 3 very good goals. Actually, Madueke got a couple in Martinelli. Both scored a couple of worldies. I did the Bayern Munich Sporting game. But, Barry, the big news is my commentary career is at a bit of a crossroads on Sunday lunchtime. I told you this the other day. You make yourself available on certain days and what have you. And I just do it both willy and nilly. And I made myself available for Sunday. And I was allocated Crystal Palace against Manchester City. However, it then came to pass that it clashed with the Newcastle-Sunderland derby. So I messaged the bloke. I said, listen, mate. I said, I've done a boo-boo. I said, I made myself available. You've given me the Palace game, but I want to watch the derby. He messaged me back and said, no problem. I've switched the games for you. So I'm now commentating on Sunderland-Newcastle. My point was I wanted the day off. I wanted to not do a game because I'm not entirely sure, Barry, as you know. I can't be trusted in many situations, can I? I certainly can't be trusted with the microphone in my hand for Sunderland v Newcastle. So I'm going to have to attempt to keep the Adam Johnson paedophile jokes down to a bare minimum, at least. So that could be the end of my budding commentary career. It is actual Matthews. All right, Kev. Nice to see you. The shmoo. So that was that. I've got a hot take, Barry. Do you want my hot take? Yeah. All foreign football teams are shit. I've watched all the football the last 2 nights, and they're all fucking rubbish. No one's doing it properly. It's so half-arsed and fucking femmer and weak and fragile and flimsy. They're all bullshit. You never see a team that plays like a Prem team. None of those teams.
Liverpool there, Malcolm.
Oh, fuck me. Well, Inter Milan were one of the teams that started me off on this trend because I'm not going to be churlish. That's a great result for Liverpool under the circumstances as well, when the whole world was hate-watching, waiting for something shambolic to happen. And they won 1-0, and it's a great result. But fucking hell, Inter Milan were dog shit. And then you look at the team, and it's people like Henrik Mkhitaryan. If he was playing in this country now, he'd be playing for Norwich. Like Callan Oglu, he'd be playing for Derby. And I'm not having it. And I watch Munich, and I watch Lisbon, and I watch Bruges tonight. All right, Bruges, Atalanta, and fucking... They're all shit, Barry. Like, so that's the hot take. Not what Real Madrid, not one of them would finish in the top 14 of the Premier League. That's my hot take for tonight. So have that, young people. Right. Barry, do you have anything else to add before I will read some adverts out and then we can ever so briefly...
I was going to say, we will have to touch on this week's picks, won't we?
We do. We haven't got time, Baz. It's a full slate, mate. We've got to crack on.
Fefwef already called us out, so we've got to.
Yeah, you're right. Like Fefwef, if you are there, remind us of our bet that we had, because I can't remember what it was. And there was calls the other day for the Betfred early payout. Get access to all of our free picks and podcasts in one convenient place, the SGPN app. Download for free in your app store. Just type in SGPN. Yeah, picks-wise, I've blanked because all foreign football teams are rubbish, as Justice. So what you meant to do, do you know what I mean? How you meant to pick him? Dortmund, first half goals. They got one early on. Finished on 2. So they never cashed the over 2.5. They never cashed the first half goals. Inter Milan with dog shit. Fucking hell. I talked myself out of the Karabakh team total because I said if they score twice, they'll win. Well, they scored twice and lost 4-2 to Ajax. And then Benfica beat Napoli, which was just miles away. Absolutely miles away. So that was me, Baz. You were pretty much in the same area as me, weren't you?
I was dog shit. Yeah, three winners. I was going to say 3 winners from 3, 3 losers from 3. I took the Barcelona handicap. I had Dortmund to score 3. They only got 2, and the other one was Karabakh as well. So yeah, really, really poor week. Topped off by Newcastle blobbing it in the last minute as well, just to finalise the shit midweek fixture.
Yeah. It doesn't get an awful lot easier with these Premier League games. Some of them left me entirely scratching my head, Baz. We said last week, I mean, the league's so tight, and the teams you can normally rely on, whether they're absolute shite or quite good, at either end of the table, you can't kind of rely on any of them. But we'll do our best, Baz. We'll pick some winners. I'm going to tell you about, we've got a new sponsor, haven't we, Baz? Kalshi, a real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. You can trade tons of markets in NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL. You can trade props like first touchdowns, tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment, even the weather. New Kalshi customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi. Promo code is SGPN. Underdog is your home for pick-em entries. You can earn up to 5,000 times your money. Brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Use the code PLGP. Right. I'll tell you what I've got to mention, Barry. So, hang on. I pressed a button there. I wasn't meant to. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, right. I I floated the subject last week, Barry, of a massive World Cup bet in installments of like £4 or under. And I was going to go for Paraguay against the USA, but I couldn't pull the trigger, Baz. I looked at it, and Paraguay's form's a bit shit. I've revisited it, and I've got it, Baz. So this is for me and you and all the people in the world. We're all going to put our loose change between now and Tuesday, June the 16th on. So the game is France v Senegal, Barry. And we're taking Senegal double chance at 7-4. So it unbeknownst to you, because me and you sometimes share a little pot of money, Barry. So you're getting involved in this. Already we have, Barry, let me tell you, £4.85 and another £2.70. So that's £7.55 so far. So between now and Tuesday, June the 16th, we want about 800 quid on Senegal double chance. And we want all the listeners to have £800. And we'll sit. It's a great kick-off time. It's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night. So we can sit here with our 800 quid on Senegal in pennies. So yeah, we're already up, like I say, 7.5 quid. So I suggest everyone gets involved. The bookies won't know what's hit them. They'll think, what the fuck's happened to you?
Imagine the big claims of some sort of match fixing claims.
Yeah.
Thousands of listeners
globally. That fella in Nepal, if that fella in Nepal's still listening, get on. That'll mess with their minds. Fefwef's spotted a small problem in that it's a shite bet. Well, Fefwef, you're an idiot. I'm not having it. So there you go. Prediction league, get your picks in, predict addict, etc. The double game week last week. So Captain Insano, it was a low scoring week. It was horrible. Not many people did well, but Captain Insano won the week. So well done, Captain. Aye. Overall, Barry, I am up to second. 1 point off Chris Swain. My inexorable march to the title continues. Barry, anything to tell the people, or should we make some picks? We
should make some picks, shouldn't we? It's getting late.
We should. Yeah, it is getting late. It's because you were late. Right, no Friday night game. There is no Saturday lunchtime game. There are 2 3 o'clock kickoffs. on Saturday, starting with Chelsea against Everton. Chelsea are 13-20, minus 153. The draw's 11-4, plus 275. Everton 9-2, plus 450. Really tricky start, Baz. This set us off on the roads to a lot of tricky games. No league win in 3. Defeat in Atalanta. They have failed to beat either Bournemouth or Leeds in the last 2. And they played 5 games against teams in the top 9, 2 wins and 3 defeats. And now they might win. They could easily win. You get to Saturday tea time and Chelsea won 2-1, whatever. But they're in no way backable at this price. There's no trends. Both teams to score 8 out of 15, so pretty much half. Over and under is pretty much half. 8 out of 15 have gone over, so that's not helpful. And if you look at a Premier League team that are going to make it difficult for you, Everton are right up there. We expressed mild surprise at them being 5th in the table on Saturday night. They have won 4 of the last 5. All 4 wins came with a clean sheet. The head scratcher in there was the 4-1 defeat to Newcastle, but that was an outlier for both teams. I don't entirely know what happened. And if that game was this weekend, you certainly wouldn't handicap it like that. I think Everton are a great price to be able to avoid a defeat. It's right in their wheelhouse, this. Everton double chance, 6-5, plus 120, Baz.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I've gone completely different, but I think Chelsea are hard to support, certainly at this price. Having just gone 4 without a win in all competitions, although, was that now 5? That'll be 5 without a win now, won't it, including tonight? Was that tonight? I'm confused already. I'm lost with what happened today and what happened yesterday. But anyway, yes, 4 in a row without them winning. And you've mentioned Everton. 4 of their last 5, they've won, kept a clean sheet in all 4 of those. And for me, I just thought that the Everton defensive form, them clean sheets in particular, pushes me towards the unders, because Chelsea aren't exactly sort of full of goals at the moment. It is a pick that let us down last week because I took the unders with Everton and they went and hit 3 themselves. But that's rare. It's rare Everton are going to go and run up any kind of score. Chelsea, on the other side, have defensively been okay. 4 clean sheets in their last 7. So I just thought it'd be a low scoring one. Someone might win it 1-0, or the 1-1 has been mentioned there as well. But either way, I'm going to take the under 2.5 goals at 10-11 here.
Chelsea red card system played for Joe. Fefwef likes the Chelsea centre backs over 1.5 fouls each. Who will that be? Well, it depends who they play. They've got millions of the fuckers, haven't they? The tossing is an accident waiting to happen. They're all accidents waiting to happen, actually. Chalobah, we've seen him get sent off. Badia Shield, not entirely sure what his plan is on a minute-to-minute basis. So yeah, don't mind that at all. Fefweb, second game in. The only other 3 o'clock is Liverpool taking on Brighton and Hove Albion. Liverpool 7-10, minus 142. 3-1 the draw. Brighton 7-2, plus 350, Baz.
Yeah, I mean, having just said I couldn't get on Chelsea at odds on, given their recent form, it's got to be the same again here, to a greater extent, if anything. Liverpool have won just 2 of their last 10 league games. Just dropped points to Leeds and Sunderland in the last 2. And sitting at odds on, I just can't have it. Brighton, meanwhile, have lost only 1 of their last 6. They've already got wins this season against Chelsea, Man City and Newcastle. So they've got decent form against decent sides. The problem with Brighton is their unpredictability. They've just failed to beat West Ham, threw away a 2-0 lead against Villa. So you do have to put up with that little uncertainty as to what they'll do from one week to the next. But because of the ridiculous nature of Liverpool at the moment, I think you've got to keep opposing them. I did consider goals. Over 2.5 and both teams to scores around 4-5. But I just thought Brighton's price is too big against a fragile Liverpool side. I'm not bothered about what they did last night because they've done that before in the Champions League this year. They've beaten Real Madrid and then followed that up with shite afterwards. They beat Real Madrid last time and then went on a 3-game losing streak. So, yeah, not bothered about that. Brighton or draw here. Double chance, 11-10. That'll be the pick for me.
Steve Gregory comes in hot with the stat that they've lost 3-0 after their past 2 Champions League games. So, yeah, don't mind that. Brighton team total for Joe. We took Leeds team total last week against Liverpool. I don't like taking back-to-back picks. I don't know why. I felt like a bit of a cop-out because the two teams here, I've got no intention of trusting either of them. That was a good result for Liverpool, but I fucking don't care. Brighton are better. I slag Brighton off every week. They're better than Inter Milan. I'll tell you that for absolutely nothing. Inter were terrible. Liverpool are far too short. 1 win in 5, 2 wins in 10. Home record is okay on paper, but that was in better times. That was before this all happened. The atmosphere is going to be a little bit weird. I don't quite know what's going on. Brighton continue to be impossible. 1 point from 2 home games. 3 overs and 3 unders in the last 6. Both teams to score yes 3 times. Both teams to score no 3 times in the last 6. Brighton don't give you any help at all. It's just the same bet as Chelsea Everton. And it's the same bet as the one you've just picked up. Brighton can avoid a defeat here. Brighton on the double chance pass. Give us the first ray gun of the night at 11-10. Plus 110. Bosh. I will ray gun you, Barry. FFF wants Yankuba Minte to score or assist. He's all right, isn't he? End product can be a little bit ropey from time to time. Who's put this on the telly? Fucking hell. Tea time on Saturday. Burnley, 5:30, 12:30 Eastern time. Burnley take on Fulham. Get in. If you want to do your Christmas shopping, I'd go on Saturday time. Burnley, 29-10, plus 290. The draw, 13-5, plus 260. Fulham, 9-10, minus 111. Stopped very quickly, Barry. One of these teams are able to win a Premier League football match. One of these teams are unable to win a Premier League football match. Therefore, I will take the team who are able to win a Premier League football match, which is Fulham. I still think there's money to be had in Fulham this year. They've blocked the handicap for 2 reasons. A, because they're not going to get enough points. But B, Sunderland are going to win it by about 70. Sunderland got like a 68 point. Sunderland already had about 105 points. Like you couldn't catch them if you wanted to. So that's got in the sea. But Fulham are going to pop up a few times. They played well against Palace. That was a coin toss. They played well against Manchester City. They'll go and win. Fulham 9-10, minus 111, Baz.
Yeah, I don't think Fulham are very good. I've not been sold on them at all this season. They've struggled to get any kind of run going all season. Lost 3 of the last 5, but none of that would be enough to put me off backing them here against Burnley, who have had 6 straight defeats. They've lost their last 3 home games without scoring a single goal. Fulham, as I say, I don't think they're very good, but they'll be good enough, yeah. So probably no surprise at all for this one to be a team ride. Fulham money line 9-10.
Panic then, it got all caught up in the wires bars over here. Did you notice?
I did notice, yeah.
There was hell on there for a minute.
Seemed like you were surprised.
I nearly knocked the fucking safety catch on that. I could have vaporised the telly clean off the wall there. That was nearly a disaster. Right. Next up is Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Time's at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Arsenal taking on Wolves. Line movement report. Arsenal this evening have moved in from 1-7, minus 700, to 1-8. Who's fucking backed that? Who's watched them go and win at Bruges and think, do you know what? I think they'll beat Wolves. I'm having a bit of that 1-7. So Arsenal are 1-8, minus 800. What's drifted out then? Fucking hell, everything has. The draw has drifted out a full point from 13-2 to 15-2. So plus 750 the draw. Wolves 20-1, Baz.
Yeah. I mean, it's bleak for Wolves, isn't it? 8 league defeats in a row now. 6 of those, 8 without scoring a goal. Certainly doesn't get any easier here. Even at 20-1. It's the sort of thing in the past where we've been tempted to try and find something, but I just can't find any glimmer of hope for Wolves at the moment. The problem is obviously trying to find a winning pick for Arsenal, because they aren't exactly wiping the floor with anyone. And they've only won 2 of the last 5 games now. Lots of games going under for Arsenal. 7 of the last 10 gone under 2.5 goals. And then you look at the handicaps, you would need to pick them to win by 3. Now, they've done that a few times this season. 3 times they've won by 3 goals, and they have all been in home games. So potential, but actually, I figured as I was going to take the handicap, the team total is a slightly safer way to play. It keeps the sort of 3-1 on my side, just on the off chance Wolves can find a goal. It seems unlikely. So Arsenal team total, Wolves are porous. They've given up 3 or more goals 8 times already this season. We're not even halfway through the season, and they've given up 3 goals on 8 occasions. That's lots. Arsenal to score 3 or more. Team total over 2.5, 5-6.
I was absolutely astonished at how bad Wolves were on Monday night. I haven't kept a close eye on them. I've been aware they've been getting beat. But fucking hell. Like, and even when I saw the team news, I looked at the team news and I thought, who are these people? It looked like a below mid-table championship team. Looked like Blackburn Rovers. And then they started playing and fucking hell, they've got no idea. They're way off it. As it happens, Man United actually let them back in for 10 minutes before half-time, oddly enough, before finally putting it to bed. But Jesus Christ, this can only be one-way traffic. I watched Arsenal tonight, obviously took a bit more of a close-up look at their squad and stuff. And they've got a lot of players coming back. So Jesus came back tonight. Waneri was back. Calafiori was okay. They were still missing most of the defenders. That doesn't matter this weekend. Calafiori, Hincapié, they managed to bring off. Who came on tonight? I'm trying to think. Madueke, sorry. They left Saka on the bench, so they had Jesus to come on. Martinelli was great. They got a ton of options. So I can't see this being a problem. It was hard to pick a bet, is what this one was. And of all people, Joe Dollar might just have picked the same bet as me here, kind of. It's a little bet builder because I had to put a couple of things together just to try and make this workable. Which is both teams to score no, because Wolves will not score. And Arsenal to win by 2 or more. And that's 9-10, minus 111. So that fits in a whole manner of things. Like the only thing I think is the issue is Wolves scoring. Wolves can't score. They were absolutely fucking awful the other night. So Arsenal to win by 2 goals with a BTTS no is 9-10, minus 111. We move on to Sunday. Once I've told you about Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You get the best prices on Novig. If you download the Novig app, get $50 when you spend $5. Use the promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm has been crushing the NFL this season, especially on props. Been really good at identifying when to fade players and taking the unders. College basketball is up and running. You've got the College Experience Show with Matt Colby and my mate Noah, every game handicapped on there. Really easy to run. Build your own model. Use Rhythm's model. Promo code is SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. Use the promo code SGPN25. Sunday, game I am no longer commentating on. 2 o'clock kickoff is Crystal Palace taking on Manchester City. Crystal Palace are 29-10. Plus 290. The draw is 29-10 plus 290. Manchester City 17-20 minus 117. I've written my first word here says impossible. I thought this was fucking hard. If you looked at tonight, Man City have just gone and won at Real Madrid. Therefore, that 17-20 now looks gigantic. If they've been backed in a little bit tonight, no, they haven't. They're the same price. So Arsenal's win in Bruges nips them in another 1/8 of a point. Man City's win in Real Madrid, they are untouched away at Crystal Palace. But even that, I've just said all the foreign teams are shit. Crystal Palace are better than Real Madrid. Palace have won 3 and 4. They've only got 2 defeats in 8. Now, the fixture list has been incredibly kind to Crystal Palace. 6 of their wins, 6 of their 7 wins, have come against bottom half teams. And they've got too many home draws, 4 of 7 at home. The Manchester City form, the word I've used is suspicious. They've got 5 wins from 6, but away from home, they've only won 3 out of 7. Those wins were against Brentford, Fulham and Wolves. So they failed to beat Arsenal, Villa, Brighton, Newcastle. So I just don't think you can bet them with any kind of confidence here. And I think you get a bit skewed by what's happened tonight in Madrid. Here's an odd thing, Barry. In all of their last 5 wins, Manchester City scored twice in the first half. Now, that's just a stat. I haven't got a bet attached to it. It was just something I thought was interesting because I looked for a bet attached to it, but I just didn't fancy it. The prices were a bit shit.
I can tell you what the bet is.
Yeah. So I worked hard on this game, Barry, and I found more evidence. In 5 of their last 6 away games in the Premier League, Manchester City have lost at least one half of football. Crystal Palace to win either half is 5-4 plus 125, but.
Yeah, I mean, if a team keeps scoring 2 goals in the first half, that makes it very hard for the other team to win, doesn't it? So
yeah,
the simple pick is just Man City to win.
At home.
Well, I don't think it matters. I mean,
okay,
City have shown...
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Well, you can...
It does matter a bit because they keep getting beat away from home.
Your half 1-0, as long as City win the first half 3-0, that'll be just fine. I mean, City have shown a bit of vulnerability lately. They are still getting the job done, though. Straightforward last week against Sunderland, but prior to that, obviously, hanging on against Fulham 5-4. Needed a late winner against Leeds, and obviously lost to Newcastle before that. But the Newcastle one is the only red mark on the form line recently. They've won the other 5 of their last 6 games. And although they've looked defensive, a little bit vulnerable at the back, at the other end, they're hitting 3 or more goals pretty much every week. 7 of their last 9 in all competitions, they've scored 3 or more. That was before tonight, obviously. And I think if you can keep putting up 3 goals week after week, that's going to win you games more often than not. Now, I'm not saying City will put up 3 against Palace. Palace are strong enough defensively. But I just think they'll be good enough to come away with a win. Palace's home form isn't great. Palace's form's better away from home than it is at home. They've only won 2 of 7 in the league at Selhurst Park. But at the same time, they've only lost 1. They've drawn a ton of games. And the one they lost, to be fair, was the Man United one where they really shouldn't have done. I just thought City were a good enough price. And they are winning a lot of games, scoring a lot of goals. So I'll take City to win, 17-20.
Yeah, Palace have won plenty halves though, Baz, at home.
Well, we can both win.
We can both win. We will both win, Barry. 2 o'clock continues. Nottingham Forest take on Tottenham Hotspur. Nottingham Forest are 31-20 plus 155. The draw is 23-10 plus 230. Spurs underdogs 7-4 plus 175. I don't know if Matthews is still here. Matthews is a Nottingham Forest fan. I was going to pull Forest up on something. Why are they fucking writing more letters again this week, Barry?
Who are they writing to now?
They've written... Did you see James Tarkowski bump into Undoy the other day? No. Exactly. No one did, Barry, because it was fucking nothing happened. They've got to throw in. 10 minutes in the game, they've got to throw in. Tarkowski comes up behind Undoy, gives him a little shoulder in the back. Undoy goes down like he's been shot. And that's it. Everyone looks at it. It's fine. They're fucking off writing letters again. That Tarkowski should have been sent off. And why wasn't he sent off? Why have Nottingham Forest started doing this? If it was not fucking Mark Battenberg, what else were they writing letters about? All sorts of shit. Yeah, idiots. The Ange Postecoglou derby, this, Barry. I don't think either team have fully recovered from having Ange in charge. But I think this is you to go first, Baz. Matthews is still here. He's gone for 0-0 here.
Yeah, we've got Fefwef in as well as a Forest fan. So we've got a couple of Forest.
2 Forest fans. Forest fans are winning tonight, Barry.
Yeah. I can't work out Forest at the moment. I don't know if they've improved or not. They've shown a bit of an upturn in form. They'd started scoring goals. But then they scored just 1 in their last 3 games. I mean, that was 1 goal. That was enough to beat Wolves. But even a 1 goal against Wolves doesn't really count as a win, does it? You've surely got to be beating Wolves by more. You should have to beat Wolves by 2 to get 3 points, I think. That should be a rule.
I've put that down as a loss. The 1-0 win at Wolves is a loss. Yeah. So take them points off them. Take them off. Write a letter about that.
So they've got a below par win that doesn't really count against Wolves, and then lost to Everton and Brighton either side of that without scoring. But then Spurs are a puzzle as well. Back-to-back wins and unbeaten in 3 now. But prior to that, they'd lost 3 in a row. The thing that stood out for me with Spurs lately was goals. 7 of their last 8 went over 2.5 goals. And Spurs themselves have scored 2 or more quite regularly recently. 3 straight games, they've scored 2 or more. And they've not failed to score in the last 8 games now. So they are getting on the score sheet. Even in defeat to PSG the other week, they managed to score 3. I really like the team total for Spurs here. I've no idea what the final score is going to be in this game. But Spurs have scored 2 in 6 of their 7 away league games this year. Spurs are another team whose form seems to be better away from home than it is at home. 6 of 7, they've scored 2 goals on the road. And Spurs being underdogs means I'm getting a really nice price for it as well. 6-4 Spurs team total over 1.5.
Yeah, it's not bad because I absolutely abhor my pick on this game. El Carmali, in the meantime, has fucking come bulldozing through with all of the picks. So welcome along, El Carmali. Your picks have been whizzing past so fast I haven't had time to read them out. But Forest, terrible result at Everton. 1 win in 3, which was a loss because it was Wolves. Tottenham's form is okay on paper, but the draw at Newcastle, I was there, they were rubbish. Win v Brentford away, Brentford's away form kind of rules that out. And then the Slavia Prague win's meaningless. But they have won 4 away games in the league. The only reason I'm making this pick is I don't see why these should be underdogs. I think it's a WTF. If I see a WTF, I normally take it. It's a rubbish pick. Tottenham 7-4 on the money line, plus 175. And I've just remembered, for any Premier League gambling podcast completists out there, Matthews, who was in the chat, was the very man who had to watch that kid's glasses while he went to Aldi to buy some own brand Jammy Dodgers. Were they Jammy Dodgers? Can you remember, Baz?
Can't remember. Rings a bell.
Custard creams? I think they were Jammy Dodgers. Anyway, that one of the top 5 all-time things that's ever happened was that story on this show. And that is Matthew. So we are joined by podcast royalty tonight in Matthews. 2:00 on Sunday is the Weir Tyne derby between Sunderland and Newcastle, a game I will be commentating on for at least a small amount of time until they take me off air. Sunderland 23-10 plus 230. The draw 9-4 plus 225. Newcastle 6-5 plus 120. There's a couple of card players I'm going to come back to later on in the exotic section. Sunderland have sneakily dropped off without anyone noticing. 1 win in 6. This is the last game before their entire team gets on a plane to AFCON. Was Jammy Dodgers, confirmed. Everyone disappears off to AFCON. They are unbeaten at home, but their 4 wins have come against bottom 7 teams. Newcastle were decent tonight again. 10 points from the last 4 games. The away form is a worry, but our last away game was a 4-1 win at Everton. We're going to smash these great unwashed fuckers up, Barry. Newcastle on the money line, 6-5 plus 120.
Yeah, well, last away game was a 2-2 draw at Leverkusen. But
in the league.
Take a point. But as I say, I thought we played well tonight. Well, certainly second half we did. Didn't play too bad against Marseille as well. But the away form, yeah, it's a bit dodgy. But, I mean, I come into it obviously wanting to back Newcastle and making the case for Newcastle. And then you look at Newcastle's away form, 1 win all season. Sunderland unbeaten all season. What could possibly go wrong? So I'm not going to back Newcastle. Goals for me. Sunderland at home. I've seen both teams to score in 6 of the last 7. They've only managed to keep a clean sheet once all season, Sunderland. That was against Wolves, so that doesn't count as a clean sheet. They did concede 2 in each of the last 2 games at home as well. And Newcastle's away form has been poor, but plenty of goals. 5 in a row away from home for Newcastle have went over 2.5 and both teams to score. So I think this should be a competitive game. I'm going to take the over 2.5 goals. I don't want to tag the both teams to score on it because I still want to cash a winner when we win 3-0. Over 2.5 between Newcastle and Sunderland, 10-11.
Fefwef's gone for the under 2.5. Joe Dollar is being ridiculous, so we'll just ignore that. Barry, it's time for the game that has got the nation, nay, the Eastern Hemisphere talking. Approaching 60 minutes, I would say. In kick-off, the score is Malcolm 1, Barry 2. Malcolm is laying siege to Barry's goal in the second half. The ball, Barry, is on square D9, midway inside your half, right-hand side, and it's your turn to play. Did you get your new card off, Betty?
Yeah, am I on the right half?
Yeah.
Am I on the red half, sorry? My
red half, yeah.
Was in the red, I'm going towards the blue. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, right of centre, D9.
D9, right. We'll go forward 7, diagonally left 3.
Didn't you just play that card in your last fucking turn?
No, I played the 7-3-4 or 9-3.
Well, what's this one? Oh, is this just a 7?
It's just a diagonal one.
Oh, sorry, diagonally forward. All right, sorry.
7 up and then diagonally 3 to the left.
Sorry, Barry, I lashed out then. I thought you were fucking at me. Hey, listen, I apologise. So that takes you into my penalty area. Square G6, like a G6, like a G6. Do you remember that song? But
I do, yeah.
That was all right, wasn't it? Right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that worth a risk, do you reckon? Tell you what I'm going to do here, Baz. I've got to mix it up a bit here. I'm going to go, I'm playing this fucker. 5, diagonally, right out to that touchline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the ball is on B1. So you're still in my half. But with the ball is on B1, everybody, in Barry's half. That is B1. Still 2-1. Excellent. 30 seconds or so. No one's getting back. Oh, Matthew says his kid's getting kick off for Christmas. Bloody hell. When we finished with it, we'll wrap it up and send it out to one lucky listener. So if that's you, we'll put your name in the hat. 2:00 on Sunday carries on with West Ham United taking on Aston Villa. West Ham 13-5 plus 260. 5-2 the draw plus 250. Aston Villa even money. This is me again, isn't it? I think.
It's probably me. But...
Oh, it is you. Yeah, go on. Yeah, sorry.
I'll be very quick anyway, because I found a lot of games on this card where you've got the away favourite at a reasonable price, and I've been immediately drawn to them. I liked City. I liked Fulham, was it, away to Burnley, and I like Villa here. Villa at evens just seems a straightforward one to me. They're coming off the back of a great win over Arsenal. They're now on a 7-game winning streak and scored at least 2 goals in 6 of those 7 games as well. West Ham have been better. They've lost only 1 of their last 6. And I've been getting involved in West Ham. I've took them on the double chance 2 weeks in a row and cashed a winner. But that stops for me here. Villa form is good enough and Villa price is good enough. I'll just take a straightforward Villa win here.
Yeah, FF's got the West Ham double chance in there. And El Kamali reckons Villa's going to drop points as well. But I just didn't see it. You know, I've been out on West Ham. I don't trust them. 3 draws and a defeat now in the last 4. They have lost 5 of their 7 home games. And you're getting even money for a team with 9 wins in 10. Wins including Manchester City and Arsenal. I just think that's perfectly acceptable. I think that's more than a fair price. Yeah, I'll take Villa at even money. Baz, exactly the same. Joe's going for the Americans like doing this. The NFL sure does this. It's a letdown spot, they call it, Baz, don't they? If you win a big game the week before, then everyone's head's on fucking. I don't think we have that in this country. We're mentally a little bit tougher than you people. So there's no letdown spots. You just go and win again. Whoa, what's this, Barry? What you doing?
Ray gun? You haven't ray gunned it?
Oh, shit. I don't know. That looked like a... Doesn't matter.
The moment's gone now. You fucking ruined it.
You put me off doing that sign that really, Barry, was the universal sign for finger blasted rather than fucking ray gunning anyone. That's what put me off. I thought I'd missed something. Yeah, I know. Episode 330, finger blasted makes its debut. Sunday afternoon, shush now. 4:30, 11:30. Eastern time is Brentford against Leeds. I reckon the ray gun might be back out again here, but Brentford 19-20, minus 105, 12-5 the draw, plus 240, and Leeds are 29-10, plus 290. So the recency trends here would have you fancying Leeds and fading Brentford. 3 losses in 4 for Brentford. Leeds have just taken 4 points off Chelsea and Liverpool. But there's a whole other body of evidence, which is the home road split. In the at home, Brentford have won 5, drawn 1, lost 1, including wins over Liverpool, Newcastle, Villa, Man United. Leeds have won 1, lost 6, including losses at Fulham, Forest, West Ham, all comp games. I've gone with the second body of evidence, Brentford moneyline, 19-20, minus 105, co-signed by Joe.
But not by me. So you can keep the Reagan away this time.
Put me Reagan away.
It's been a good couple of weeks for Leeds, draw v Liverpool, win over Chelsea. But the standout in the format for me was goals. 15 goals in the last 3 Leeds games. 7 in a row went over 2.5. 6 in a row also hit the both teams to score. And Leeds haven't kept a clean sheet since the first game of the season. I'm not saying I don't like Brentford. I'm quite happy with your pick as well. They have just lost their last 2, both games going under 2.5 as well. But they were away from home, and the home form for Brentford's a completely different story. You're looking at the fact they're winning the games. I was just looking at the goals. They've won 3-1, 3-1, 3-2 in the last 3 games. So more pointers towards goals here. Like Leeds, Brentford only have 1 clean sheet at home all season. It's got to be goals here. Over 2.5 goals, 10-11.
Fef reckons you can get evens because he likes it. Over 3.5 goals, 12-5 as well. That's a strong play for Fef. Final game, we move across to Monday evening, 8 o'clock, kick-off, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Manchester United taking on Bournemouth. Man United 4-5, minus 125. 3-1 to draw. Bournemouth 14-5, plus 280. Who keeps making us endure Man United games? These standalone. We had last Monday, West Ham. Thursday, fucking Wolves. And then Monday, home to Bournemouth. I mean, what are we doing here? Anyway, Baz, pick us a winner.
Well, they played Everton the other week on a Monday night. Was that a Monday night as well, or was that a Friday?
No, it wasn't Monday night. It was at 5-a-side, yeah. It was a Monday night game.
I've got a note here. I'm just saying, it seems to me like Man United are playing every single Monday at the moment. It's bizarre.
That might have been the midweek slate, actually, on the Tuesday.
No, I think that was a Thursday night. There was a Thursday night game they played in the midweek.
Anyway, stop doing it. No one wants to watch the fuck.
Yeah, right. They do just keep playing that one, being the single game each time. I suppose it comes with the fact they're not in Europe, so you can just stick them anywhere you want.
True story.
Which is equally funny. Anyway, they are unbeaten in 3, and they have won 2 of those, and only lost 1 of the last 9 now. I can't understand. The league's a little bit nuts, isn't it, at the moment? Man United still feel like they're having a shit season, yet they're sitting there up in the top 6 now, despite continuing to be pretty underwhelming. So they're not losing many games, but they still continue to look vulnerable, underwhelming. I mean, it was a comfortable win over Wolves, but what do you take away from that? Not a lot. The problem here is, we love to take on Man United where there's an opportunity, but Bournemouth are in right old slump as well. No win in 6 games now. So hard to make a case for them. They've failed to score in the last 2 games as well. But generally, scoring against Man United isn't an issue for teams. So they've kept only 1 clean sheet all season, Man United. So you'd back Bournemouth to get on the score sheet. Earlier in the season, I'd have probably been jumping on Bournemouth at this price, but just in this recent slump form, I don't think it can really do it. I do think they'll score. Everyone seems to against Man United. 7 of the last 8 Man United games saw both teams to score hit. Man United themselves have scored 2 or more in 7 of the last 9, so they've had plenty of goals in them recently. It's a finish with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals for me. I think we'll get goals in this. Both teams to score and over 2.5 at 5-6.
You picked out my exact handicap, Baz, because I think there's probably about 15 teams in the Premier League I'd like to bet in this position at Man United, but Bournemouth can't be one of them. They're in the few on the no bet list. They then had that 0-0 last week, but I mean, the Man United form's still rubbish. It's a 1-1 home draw with West Ham, and then a win that doesn't count at Wolves. 4-1 wins like a 1-0 win. So they nicked a 1-0 win, just like Forest lost to them. But you mentioned both teams to score in 7 of 8. All 7 of those went over 2.5 as well. So I prefer to take that form, ignore the outlier of the Bournemouth Chelsea. Exactly the same pick, Baz, for the same reasons. It's a final rear good. Both teams to score over 2.5, 5 to 6, minus 120.
And according to FFF, that's a record. First time we've had 4 ray guns.
Is it really?
Apparently so.
Christ. I'll have to send the IT department down to get some new batteries, Baz, at this rate. Right, okay. 10 games in the hutch, Barry. We will start the exotics. I went back to Dave because he's getting on my tits last week. He was making picks on fixtures that didn't even exist. So, and because we were on the clock, I told him to fuck off. Anyway, I got back in touch with him today. Get to know Dave, Barry. I went pretty route 1. What's the best cake? I asked him. And what did Dave say?
Battenberg.
Yeah. He went straight route 1, chocolate.
Huh?
You can't argue with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought he might have been trying to be a bit clever with it, you know.
Well, that's what I think a lot of people would. A lot of people might say, oh, like this and that, the other. But you put a bit of chocolate cake in front of them. Not many people are going to turn the nose up. So Dave was back with that.
I would have said cheesecake, but it's not really a cake.
Well, it is a cake, isn't it?
Not really.
Jaffa cake, cheesecake. I mean, that's the fucking Venn diagram of cakes that aren't cakes, isn't it? The Jaffa cake, cheesecake. Dave's gone Arsenal -2. It was like pulling teeth getting a pick out of him, by the way. He was talking about this and that. He was giving me shit prices. He wanted to double bet build us up together. I was like, Dave, fucking concentrate. I really, it's like his mind was flying a kite, right? I really had to bring him back. It was a struggle. Anyway, I brought him back. Arsenal -2, 3 to 4, -133. My lock is going to be Fulham away at Burnley at 9 to 10, -111. Dog, there wasn't that many stood out. I didn't want to take, I know I gave Tottenham as a dog, but actually I preferred Everton at a much bigger price. Like, I gave him out double chance, but 9 to 2, Everton can go beat anyone at the minute. Corned beef pie accumulator is a really simple one. It's a money line double on Fulham and Villa, 14 to 5 plus 280. And I said I would hark back to some yellow cards here. So we've got to go back to the Sunderland-Newcastle derby. Sunderland yellow cards. Granit Xhaka will run around acting hard. Well, he's not. So he'll get booked at 15 to 8. Noah Siddiqui is 1 card away from a suspension and is fucking off to AFCON. So he's just going to get booked just to get his suspension in when he's away. So that is like finding money in the street. So you can put Noah Siddiqui in. And I've added in Enzo Lafi because he's a little twerp at 100 to 30. So you put all 3 of them to get booked. 35 to 1. Baz, Xhaka, Siddiqui and Enzo Lafi. And my anytime goal scorer is going to be Harry Wilson from Fulham. He's in good form. I think he scored 2 in his last 3 in the Prem. Scored goals for Wales as well. So 17 to 2 plus 850. 13 to 5 plus 260 anytime for Harry Wilson. Fefwef's nearly as bad as Dave. I can't get a sentence out my mouth without Fefwef just starting to type the opposite. Like, if you employed him to get on my tits, he's doing a very good job.
I was thinking the same, though. The yellow card would be wiped off by the time he comes back.
Was it last? Did he just have to avoid one last week?
Yeah, it gets wiped, doesn't it, after half a season? So it's the end of December or something. The yellow cards are wiped clean.
Well, he'll get booked for being a shit Mackham shit then. He's getting booked anyway. Right, that's me. Joe Dollar says carrot cake, which couldn't be more wrong, could it? It's ridiculous. Anyway, Baz, exotics.
Lock for me is going to be Villa to beat West Ham at evens. There was a few of those away teams that I liked, so they're the one I've gone for as my look. My dog, I'm going to take Brighton. Brighton have got a live chance against Liverpool. Everyone's got a chance against Liverpool at the minute. Brighton at 7-2. My ACCA is in both teams to score treble. Liverpool v Brighton, Brentford v Leeds, Man United v Bournemouth. Both teams to score in all of those comes in at around about 4-1. And I like my stake and Stilton this week. My stake and Stilton ACCA, it's got two of the teams you've picked in your money line pick.
Okay.
I'm going for Fulham, Villa, and Man City. All to win by 2 or more. So it's them three even money away teams that I liked, but taking them to win comfortably. 35-1 for Fulham, City, and Villa to win on the handicap, -1.5. So I like that. And scorer, nothing particularly fancy. I like Saka here. Arsenal will run up a score against Wolves. Saka at 6-5 anytime, and 5-1 first or last.
Yeah, that's not bad because he didn't start tonight.
Yeah.
So I imagine he will do it the weekend. Right, okay then, Baz. Solid 56 minutes, which in the circumstances was all right. We had to go tonight. I'm working all weekend. I've got to go to Sunderland tomorrow to some boozer in East Harrington. I'm at Chesley Street Cricket Ground, the Riverside, where Durham play, and England on Friday. And then at the Biscuit Factory on Saturday, which I quite like, is sometimes there's a garden room in there and they've got some proper good exotic plants. I mean, proper good ones. And the bloke lets me in there sometimes. So I'll get in the garden room. So that's me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, before I turn my attentions to the Newcastle Sunderland commentary on Sunday. Baz, you doing anything? Are you telling us what you had for tea, or is Danny spoiled himself by not turning up?
I can tell you what I've had for tea. I had a creamy Cajun chicken tonight. It was quite nice.
Okay.
Served with a bit of rice. Lots of peppers, chicken, Cajun seasoning. I used like a low-fat cream cheese rather than cream because I'm trying to keep the calories down, Still being healthy.
Nice touch.
A load of spinach as well. Chuck a load of spinach because that's always good to fill anything out in it. And had it with a load of rice. So, yeah, very nice. Enjoyed that. Quiet one for me this weekend. No gigs. First time in a while. I'm back on the gigs scene next week down in Birmingham. But, I've got a quiet weekend, which will be a nice one, to be honest.
Where are you watching the match?
I'll be at home. Nothing extravagant. I don't want to be around other people.
No.
If I can't be around my people, then I don't want to be around other people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Nobody else understands.
Yeah, the fact that I'm covering it's causing a bit of a problem in the house because bringing the kids, they'll sit here and watch it. So, which is fine, but they're just going to have to be. And basically, I sit here and commentate on it anyway, even when I'm not commentating on it. It's just the shouting and bawling and Betty's language. She swears like a fucking docker as well. So whether or not they can do a silent 90 minutes, we'll find out. Right, okay then, Baz. I've no idea what's happening next week. It's not Champions League anymore, is it? League Cup. I think we play in the League Cup quarter-finals next week against Fulham.
You're right, yeah.
Anyway.
Tuesday night, Cardiff Chelsea. Wednesday night, we've got 2 cup games, and then the last one must be on Thursday.
There you go then. Right, okay. Well, have a tremendous weekend, everybody. Good luck with all your bets. Let's all support Newcastle in the battle of good over evil. And we will see you all down the road. Cheers.